The San Francisco 49ers have made a ton of roster moves, including signing some new veteran players, releasing some players, and signing some rookies. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the new players that have been added to the roster and who has left. Obviously, the big news today was Drake Jackson was getting waived with the failed physical designation. So that it was the biggest news, but we're going to get into some of these other guys. So as you can see right here on the screen, the San Francisco 49ers announced today that they have signed offensive lineman Andre Dillard, the 6'5", 315-pound offensive lineman. He plays tackle. He was actually originally drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, number 22 overall in the 2019 NFL draft. He is a former first round pick. Throughout his 6-year career with the Eagles from 2019 to 2022, he spent the 2023 with the Tennessee Titans and Green Bay Packers in 2024. He appeared in 69 games, but only 19 starts throughout his career. So not a ton of experience. And in this last year that he was with the Green Bay Packers in 2024, he appeared in 10 games. So he is an interesting prospect, right? He's 29 years old. He had a lot of experience, coming out of Washington State. He had 39 starts. He was a first team All Pac-12 guy. But honestly, if you go and do a little search on him, not a lot of positive things on the timeline. And I think one of the things that really stands out that probably made Andre Dillard a first round draft pick was his measurables. In regards to the 20-yard short shuttle, 97th percentile, 3-cone drill, 90th percentile, broad jump, 99th percentile, 40-yard dash, 96th percentile. So he's a mover. He can move really well at that 6'5", 315-pound size. So what is interesting here is there might be some untapped potential here, at least in regards to how he can move. But clearly, it just hasn't really transpired to anything great. With his first 3 years with Philly, he really didn't play all that much. If we're being perfectly honest, only 11 pass blocking snaps in 2022. He did play 250 pass blocking snaps in 21. And in 2019, he had 183 pass blocking snaps. And throughout that time in Philly, he only gave up 5 sacks. But in 2023 with the Tennessee Titans, where I do believe he started a considerable amount of games at, I believe it was left guard, or no, excuse me, left tackle for the Tennessee Titans. He gave up 12 sacks, 9 hits, and 20 quarterback hurries, along with 41 pressures. So not ideal with his time with the Tennessee Titans. Definitely struggled. He played a lot, but it didn't pan out well. So I got to get into the tape to learn a little bit more about him. But first glance, he looks like a high measurable upside player who just hasn't found success in the NFL as a first round draft pick. So there might be something there, but it definitely isn't going to be something that we're going to just assume that is going to be a home run hit. I think there's upside here, and we'll see how he fits into the scheme, the system, and with this team. Maybe we find something that has just been, maybe hasn't been developed properly. So we'll take a look at that and see how that goes. The 49ers also make a signing of Dallas Flowers, cornerback, 6'1", 196 pounds. He went to Pittsburgh State and was undrafted free agent with the Indianapolis Colts in 2022. He has seen action in all 3 years that he has played. Not a ton of action, 568 total snaps. He has 28 tackles on that time, 10 missed tackles. When you look at one of the interesting things about him is he has 3 touchdowns, but 0 interceptions. So, hey, maybe he's a magnet for the end zone. When it comes to coverage, he has been targeted 32 times, given up 21 receptions for 311 yards. I see. The 3 touchdowns are touchdowns given up. My bad. So doesn't look like he went into the box. Looks like he might have given up a shot. So there you go. 3 touchdowns for him. So the San Francisco 49ers bring him in. Obviously, this will be in relation to another move that was made that the 49ers have released someone. We'll get to that one here in a second. But he is 27 years old. And we'll see. We'll see if he is more of a camp body or a guy who can contribute in the coming years. And the San Francisco 49ers also signed another offensive lineman. He also played for the Tennessee Titans. You have Nicholas Frere. I apologize. Probably absolutely butchering his name. He actually has more experience in 3 seasons in regards to total snaps than Andre Dillard does, who was drafted in 2019. Nicholas was drafted in 2022 out of Ohio State from the Tennessee Titans. He was a 3rd-round draft pick, 69th overall, 6'5", 316 pounds. Now, he's only 25 years old. And the fact that he has probably about 200 more logged snaps than Andre Dillard, who was drafted 3 years prior and is 4 years older, is an interesting situation. But honestly, when you look at, his PFF rankings and how everything bared out, I'm going to call him NPF. NPF. He has given up 18 sacks over his last 3 seasons, 16 quarterback hits, and 53 quarterback hurries, 10 sacks in 2024, 41 pressures in 2021 as well. Majority of his snaps have come at right tackle. So this looks like a swing tackle for the right side, whereas Andre Dillard looks like the swing tackle for the left side. So the 49ers bring in some offensive linemen. I can't say they have had a great track record up until this point, but you never know. Sometimes all it takes is a change of scenery to pull the best out of guys, but I'm not going to sit here and say that really these are slam dunk signings. These are obviously these guys fill swing tackle roles, and I think that's what the 49ers are bringing them in for, and we'll see if they actually make the active roster. The 49ers also signed a ton of rookie players, not everyone, but Nick Martin, Upton Stout, Jordan Watkins, Jordan James, Marquis Siegel, Connor Colby, and Junior Bergen are all officially under contract for the San Francisco 49ers from the draft class. And from the undrafted free agents, running back Corey Kiner, offensive lineman Drew Moss, Isaiah Naylor, who's a wide receiver, cornerback Jacob Robinson, and defensive lineman Sebastian Valdez are also signed as free agents. And as I mentioned previously, some of the moves that we saw that in regards to the additions were triggered by some moves via subtraction. So the 49ers have waived 3 players. Obviously, we talked about Drake Jackson being a key one of those. They also waived offensive lineman Jalen McKenzie and waived with the injury designation cornerback Trey Tomlinson, who they picked up from the Rams off waivers, I believe, during the offseason. So the 49ers clearly have poured a lot into that DB room, drafting Upton Stout, signing Trey Brown from the Seattle Seahawks. So they've got guys, they've got some bodies, and it seems like there's just some injuries with, at least Drake Jackson and Trey Tomlinson. And so that's a long list of roster moves, but those are the moves that the San Francisco 49ers have made on the day. Again, I would say highlighted by the Drake Jackson move, and the addition of Andre Dillard is an interesting one because, like I said, he is an athletic big man. Just hasn't necessarily found success or seen the field all that much. So who knows? Who knows what he is? I would somewhat have to believe he is an unfinished product, and we'll see if he can somehow find success with the San Francisco 49ers. But you guys let me know what you think about all these moves in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.